First, I'm glad that this is finally over with. I want to thank Alex and Otis for just the talks we've had in the past year or so about how we can make this team, this city, and this organization better. And it's been very tough, for me the past couple of months to make a decision. I've gone back and forth. And, it's not as easy as what people think. It's very hard. You're talking about a career-changing, event, and most people wouldn't see that, And, I've gone back and forth. And one of the biggest reasons is because I'm too loyal.
Hey, what's up, sports world? It's Kadir here. March 16, 2012, and the NBA trade deadline has finally passed. And it's kind of like a hurricane. And now we're looking at the aftermath of it. And I'd say this was a pretty bad hurricane in relation to the trade deadline, because there were more losers than winners this year. Some of the things that we're going to be talking about today for just a short time, Dwight Howard, and that whole situation down in Orlando. Definitely be talking about the Lakers' removal of Derek Fisher, and just a few other brief topics as well. Let's get started with the Orlando Magic situation with Dwight Howard. Yesterday, Dwight Howard waived his opt-out clause. He will be staying with the Magic for at least one more season. Now, what really sucks about this is that the Magic made no trades whatsoever. I understand that it was a short, deadline between figuring out that Howard is staying with the team and giving the team enough time to actually make a trade based on what Dwight Howard did. So, if I was to be asked whose fault is it that the Orlando Magic made no moves, would it be the front office or would it be Dwight Howard? I would say Dwight Howard, because he put that team on hold. He said, roll your dice. He was basically telling other teams, keep your assets, because, I want to play with those guys. Don't trade them off, because I'll be there. Mainly, that was probably directed to the Nets, because, Brook Lopez isn't a bust. He's just having a hard time, because we all know he could average 15 and 8 a game. Darren Williams has made it clear he wants to stay in New Jersey. Marshawn Brooks, improvement. Now they have Gerald Wallace. So I think the Nets would have been a perfect fit for Dwight Howard, but what are you going to do about it? He decides to stay with the Magic, and he's going to play one more season. He's giving hopefully Orlando will make some moves over the summer. They're not doing that bad. They're third in the Eastern Conference. I believe they're 31-11. They're not doing bad. They're not doing that bad at all. I might be wrong on their record, but I just don't have it in front of me right now. Moving on to the situation in LA. I wonder how Kobe Bryant feels about Derek Fisher. He came into the league with Bryant, and they won 5 championships together. And now he's, to the Houston Rockets for Jordan Hill. And Kobe Bryant's nine-time season teammate Luke Walton gone too. He's going to Cleveland. But they did get Ramon Sessions. He's 25 years old. He's averaged right here. It says 10.5 points, 5 5 assists, 3 rebounds in 24 minutes, backing up Kyrie Irving with the Cavaliers. Now, 10 points and 5 assists. Some starting point guards in the league average 10 points and 5 rebounds. And he's backing up one of the best young point guards in the game today, Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is going to be a great point guard, but like we've discussed before, he's not even in the top 10 right now. So LA, I think they're in a better position to win a championship and go forth this season because they have a younger point guard. They just took off 12 years of age on their roster just by taking Derek Fisher off. They still have Pau Gasol in a Lakers uniform, still have Andrew Bynum, Kobe Bryant, same Kobe Bryant, still shooting the ball. But hey, that's his game, and they're winning too. So you can't argue with winning. What else do we got here? Just some other trades that have gone on here. Gerald Wallace went to the Nets. Some notable moves that they made. They took they got rid of Mehmet Okur. The Blazers waived Greg Oden. And here's the trade with the Portland Trailblazers. Greg Oden was waived. Marcus Camby was sent to the Rockets for draft busts Johnny Flynn and Hashim Thabit. And Gerald Wallace was sent to the Nets for Mehmet Okur and Sean Williams and a first-round draft pick. They were trying to get rid of Jamal Crawford and Raymond Felton, but that they couldn't do anything about it. Now Nick Young joins the Clippers. JaVale McGee was traded to the Nuggets for Nene. Steven Jackson was traded to the San Antonio Spurs for Richard Jefferson, but that whole Milwaukee Golden State trade was Andrew Bogut, Monte Ellis, Ekpe Udoh, and Kwame Brown all involved in a trade. They really couldn't do anything. The Warriors really couldn't do much with Monte and Stephen Curry. They're both shooters. They both want the ball. And, I think they have more trust in Stephen Curry. And Klay Thompson is going to be taking on a bigger role at the 2 guard. So we'll see how that one works out too. There was a lot of teams that couldn't get rid of players. Like the Hornets tried to get rid of Carl Landry. They tried to get rid of Chris Kaman. The Wizards tried to get rid of Andre Blatch. The Timberwolves tried to get rid of Michael Beasley to free up more minutes for Derek Williams. And it was just this, when we look back on it, this whole trade deadline was like, what the hell just happened? No one was expecting Derek Fisher to go. No one was expecting Dwight Howard to stay in Orlando. It's these types of things that make the NBA a business. I'm on Yahoo Sports right now. A column written by Mark J. Spears called NBA 2012 Trade Deadline Winners and Losers. Been getting some of the information off that. But there was this one post that I saw. I can't remember the name of it. It was like, NBA, is it family or business? It's business. Honestly, after this trade deadline, anyone that had a doubt that the NBA is business, those doubts should be gone now. There is no family whatsoever in the NBA. None whatsoever. Because if it was family, the Lakers would have kept Derek Fisher even though he's struggling. But the only reason they would have kept him is because he's a locker room veteran and he can hit that big shot. And we've seen it plenty of times before in the past. Him and Kobe Bryant grew up together. Same thing, Luke Walton. 9th season with the Lakers. And he's gone too. Dwight Howard. He says he's staying and he's loyal to Orlando, but if he was loyal to Orlando, why did he wait 3-4 months to do this when he could have done this as soon as the NBA was announced that it's coming back and there was going to be no lockout? He could have done this 3 months ago. He could have, who knows what other teams could have done. The Nets could have made other trades. The Nets could have got other assets. Orlando could have made other trades, because Orlando, like I said, was put on hold because they didn't know what Dwight Howard was going to do. If they were going to go and trade for Carmelo Anthony and Tyson Chandler from the New York Knicks, how are they going to know if let's go get these three guys to build around Dwight Howard, but we still don't know if Dwight Howard's going to stay with us or not? Does that make any sense? You're like Chris Broussard said, you're building around a moving target, and that's really hard to do. You can't pinpoint what Dwight Howard's going to do. Yes, he's your franchise player. He's the best player on your team. He's a good guy. He is loyal, but he just is portrayed right now as one of those villains. I saw Jarrett Jack on Twitter. He said, shout out to Dwight Howard for sticking on his own and not following this whack trend of teaming up with superstars. Good for Dwight Howard, because he's the man down there in Orlando. He has no one else to help him out. Jameer Nelson and JJ Redick and Richardson, they're all slowing down right now. But the good thing is, next season, Jameer Nelson's contract, JJ Redick's contract, they're both expiring. So it frees up cap room, they can make moves, and Orlando can put themselves in a better position. Third in the East right now, and I think they're in prime position to make a run to get to the finals. They beat Chicago, they beat Miami. They played really well against the Spurs. So we'll see where this takes them. I think, they don't, no other team stands a chance, for say any team under the Chicago Bulls, the Miami Heat, and the Orlando Magic have no chance against those top three teams. New York, no. Boston, no. Indiana, no. Philadelphia, no. Milwaukee, no. Etc., etc. However, Atlanta, no. Those teams do not have a chance. In a 7-game series facing Derrick Rose and the Bulls, LeBron and the Heat, Orlando and the Magic, I don't think so. There's no possible way. So that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Honestly, I want you guys to leave some comments. I want you guys to share these videos. It went from being daily. Now we're going to do a recap of the week on every Friday due to some issues that we're having. But once we get more stable, it's going to become a daily podcast. We're also trying to get on iTunes, like I said. Download my mixtapes in the description. Follow me on Twitter at KittyCatMusic, and let's see how all these trades pan out, because I'm really excited to see Gerald Wallace in New Jersey. I'm excited to see the new rejuvenated Dwight Howard in Orlando. But the biggest team that I'm ready to see, besides my Chicago Bulls, is the LA Lakers, because they're now younger, faster, and they still have Kobe Bryant, which is a good thing. I'll talk to you guys later. Keep up, and have a good weekend, everybody.